Here comes the roster sheet, the lineup sheet for the announcer. And now we'll take you down to ice level for introductions.
Welcome to tonight's game between the University of Cleary and the Wolverines of the University of Michigan-Flint. Starting for Cleary, number 77 from Coquitlam, British Columbia, Bailey Duano. Number 5 from Brighton, Michigan, Tommy Madden. Number 12 from Port Charlotte, Florida, Jared Simonin. Number 92 from Plymouth, Michigan, Billy Sims. Number 8 from Vancouver, Washington, Braden Goddard. And in net, from Northfield, Muskegon, Michigan, Nick Myron. Playing is coached by Scott Gardner. And now, your starting lineup for the University of Michigan Wolverines. Starting at 4, number 14 from Clinton, Michigan, Nick Temple. Number 15 from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, Zach Potter. Number 19 from Sheboygan, Michigan, Gavin Rose. On defense, number 10 from Cranbrook, British Columbia, Grayson Meisner. Number 12 from Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, Conlon Carpenter. And in net, number 30 from Huntsville, Alabama, Tyler Haas. Wolverines are coached by head coach Nick Carson. Assistants Joe Berry, Tom Carvalho, Joe Stefano, and Dan Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, it is National Hockey Moms Day, so welcome to all the moms. Please stand for our national anthem.
Gentlemen, the Crystal Fieldhouse, your UM-Flint Wolverines taking on the Cleary University Cougars. Flint looking to get right back up on the horse. I feel like we say this all the time to start the new year. Tough opponent in Cleary. Quick starts. Number 30, Tabor Hatch in goal tonight. And alongside me for the ride, ladies and gentlemen, none other than Mr. Brandon Durden. Durden, thanks for being here tonight, my friend. Brandon Durden, injured, you might recall a couple of weeks ago, crashed into the net, leg first. Turns out that's not good for the leg. Been in the boot for a bit, and looking forward to getting him back out there. Quick whistle right off the start here. We'll do that one once more. One back by Cleary, chipped up to Meisner. Temple dumping it on in. In hot pursuit is Gavin Rose. Cleary working the far side boards, looking to exit, kept in by Potter. Turned over to Cleary quickly, and here they come. Through the neutral zone over the blue line, quick dump into the corner. Met there by Meisner, but squeezed off the puck. Cleary in control. Through the slot, backhanded just wide, picked up by Potter. Tried to dump it, but kept in by Cleary. Rimmed around, they'll pick it up on the near side, chip back into the corner. Working that near side wall. Now they'll center. Here's an opportunity. Nobody home. Back up to the point. Lets it go again, back behind the cage. One-time opportunity, misfire, puck going into the corner. Meisner trying to chip it out. Exiting the zone, Temple giving chase. Bumped off the puck, Cleary with it. Back up through the neutral zone, they'll touch it on in. Drum will pick it up for Flint there. Leaving for Palacio, trying to backhand it, turned over. Some back and forth action here. Palacio moving it up to Lance Spencer. Turned over quickly in the neutral zone. Here comes Cleary. Here's a chance. Blue line in. Quick shot off the glove hand of Tabor Hatch. One back by Flint, but then turned over to Cleary. Chance in front. Chipped up and out. Cleary wink wide, left wing side. Shot save made by Tabor Hatch, and he'll hang on to it. Great save made by Tay. One of many I'm sure he'll make tonight. Keeping that score 0-0. Good pressure put on early here by Cleary. Flint needs to find that next gear and get that puck up and out of their zone. Potter on to take it. One back by Cleary, let it loose wide of the net. Good pressure by Gavin Rose, creating a turnover. It's Temple with it. Trying to carry it up and out. He'll dump it on in. Gavin Rose giving chase. Squeezed off the puck behind the back of the net. Cleary will pick it up there, looking to turn back in reverse flow. Now Madden for Cleary, dumping it in. Over to Drum, has it bounce over his stick. Have to push it into the corner. Behind the net, Carpenter pushing it back for Drum. Now up for Rose, off his stick. Quick shot by the Cleary defenseman, just wide. Carpenter picking it up there, trying to go all the way down the ice. Looked like it was deflected by Cleary. Nonetheless, this is going for an ice. Flint unable to make a change. Couple long shifts out there for these Wolverines. Face off to the left of Tabor Hatch. Zach Potter taking it for Flint. One back by Cleary, but Drum gets a stick in there and able to create some mayhem. Cleary still in control. Quick shot wide of the mark. Tabor having to push it into the corner. Back and forth they go behind the back of the net. Cleary still in control. Up to Ingles at the point. Walks to the line. Quick shot. Redirected. Tabor Hatch making a big save again here early on for the Flint Wolverines. 15-11. All Cougars here for the first 5 minutes of this ball game. Wesley Young with it, he'll carry. Chip down, this time it's good. But Cleary getting a quick turnover coming back the other direction. Wisniewski trying to squeeze him off the puck. He'll dump it on in. Garner is there to pick it up for Flint. Sends it ahead for Palacio. He carries, tries to go rink wide for a streaking McCaw. He intercepted. Shepard will dump it in for Cleary. Garner is there to pick it up. Still with it is Garner trying to work it up that far side wall. Gets it to Wisniewski, who's able to carry out, but turned over quickly to the Cougars. Regrouping in their own end, playing catch are the defensemen. Sending it deep. Gardner will pick it up for Flint. Assessing the situation, moves it to Palacio. Now for McCaughey, near side wall. He'll chip it and go for a change. Did it a little too early, icing the call. Wisniewski on to take it for Flint. Cleary again winning the draw. Dominating the faceoff circle early are these Cougars. Sims with it for Cleary. Met in the neutral zone by Wesley Young. He'll have to bang it off the wall. Palacio rims it. Kept in by Cleary. They're in control behind the back of the net. Now Palacio picking up a loose puck. Tried to touch it ahead for Donahue. Having to regroup is Meisner. Here he comes near side wall. Gains the red line. He'll send it on in. Carpenter trying to push it ahead for Hinkson, just out of his reach. Goes the length of the ice. Luckily it was deflected, no icing. Picked up there by Berger. Trying to move it to Donahue. He does. Puts on the brakes at the hash mark, still in control with it. Now he'll leave it for Berger. Donahue once more with it, met there by two Cougars. They'll take it from him. Rimmed around the near side wall. Not quite out yet. Now it is. It's a 2-on-2 opportunity here for Cleary. Walking towards the net off the outside of the post. Back up to the point, couldn't handle it. It'll have to come out. Cleary sends it on in, where Carpenter will pick it up there. Just under 12:35 here to go in the period. Puck sent the length of the ice once more. Cleary goaltender comes to play it. Met there by Wisniewski. Now on Baxa to support. Another 2-on-2 chance from the circle. Off the shoulder of Tabor Hatch and over the glass for our next stoppage in play. 12-13. Now Wisniewski once again for Flint. Along with Baxa, Steiger up front. Now there's Drum with it. Moving it up for Wisniewski, just out of reach. Cleary playing catch with it in the neutral zone. Now here they come, 2-on-3. Trying to centering feed. Great shot, save made by Tabor Hatch. And a good stick there by Juan Baxa to prevent Cleary from getting a clean shot on net. Tabor showing his athleticism here early throughout the first period. One back by Cleary. Working it at the point. Sent on net, kicked aside by Tabor. Centering feed, quick shot and wide of the net. Good chance there for Cleary. Now Gavin Rose trying to carry out, has it knocked off his stick, kept in at the blue line. Now it exits and offside the call. Face off in the neutral zone. It's Potter on to take it. Wins it back to Gardner. Off the wall, have to regroup it. Carpenter with it off the wall once again, trying to go for Temple out of his reach. Joe Weber needing to make a quick save there in the penalty box for the Flint Wolverines, as that puck was knocked out of play. One back by Potter. Gardner moving it to Carpenter. Up for Rose, over his stick. Wolcott will send it in for Cleary. Carpenter with it once more, trying to chip it out that far side wall. Met there by a couple of Cougars. Here's a chance in front. Tabor Hatch again making a big save. Defensive breakdown left a Cougar all alone in front. Quick shot, quick save by Tabor Hatch. Sent into the corner. Meisner rimming it around for Carpenter. Stretch feed for Gavin Rose. Goddard sniffed that out for Cleary. Quick shot, glove down, and held onto by Tabor Hatch. 10:23 to go here in the period. One back by Flint. Meisner trying to rim it off the far side wall. Met there by Cleary. They'll keep in. Now it's Lance Spencer picking up a loose puck. Goes rink wide. Nobody home for Flint. Turned over to Cleary. Miller leaving it for Kirchhoff. Centering feed. Kicked into the corner. Two Cougars collide as Lance Spencer will take off. Gains the red line. He'll send it on in. Kicked aside by the Cleary goaltender. Quick shot and over the top of the net. A rebound going in favor of Cleary. Good stick there by Lance Spencer. Sent Berger on his way momentarily. Then it was turned over. Here comes Cleary once again. Off a skate, and Tabor had to be quick, and he'll hang on to it. 9:23 remaining in the period. Berger on to take the face off. 50-50 puck, and he'll get it himself. Up and over the Cleary defenseman, and it'll exit the zone. Here's a chance now for Donahue. He's got Hinkson with him from the circle. Quick shot. Rebound was there for Hinkson, unable to bury. Carpenter trying to go back for Donahue. He lost an edge and the puck. Here's a 3-on-1 chance. Quick shot. Off a leg in front and in the back of the net. Makes it 1-0 Cleary. One nothing the score. Plenty of hockey to be played. 8:56 to go in the first period. Wolverines will look to bounce back again. Sent behind Tabor Hatch. Palacio was there. He'll pick it up. Now Garner with it over to Palacio. Sent the length of the ice. Can Lance Spencer get there first? He can. He'll negate the icing. Try to move it up to the point. Intercepted. Here comes Cleary. Good stick there by Garner, keeping them wide. He's all alone. He'll wait for teammates. Now sent to the far side. Quick shot. Looking for the redirect in front. Good stick there by Garner to intercept. Near side wall for Madden. Tried to go rink wide. His teammates bumped off the puck. Temple with it. Chipped up and off the glass. Puck bounces for Potter. Lost the handle and his stick. Here come the Cougars. Cross the blue line, 3-on-2. Quick shot, stick aside by Tabor. Meisner trying to rim it all the way around and out. He gets it there. Cleary will regroup in their own end. Top of the right wing circle, touch pass, quick shot, and score on the rebound. Makes it 2-0. Favor of Cleary. Look to force that attacker wide. Got the quick shot on the Tabor, made the first save. The rebound is what cost them, as they buried that far side rebound in the back of the net. Cleary in control again off the face-off, 2-0 to score. Your goaltender will play it around. Wambaksa keeping it in at the blue line. Regathered by the Cougars. They'll go to work. Trying to exit the zone, but McCaughey is there to intercept it. Moved it up for Baxa. Lost the handle. Here come the Cougars, 2-on-3. Now make that 3-on-3, but a good stick by Palacio forces that puck out. Goddard sends it in and wide. Palacio first on it for Flint. Lost the handle, turned over. Now once again back to Palacio. He's able to exit this time. Steiger picking up a loose puck. Back for Drum. Rink wide for Baxa, off his skate, unable to control. Puck goes to Cleary. Regrouping in their own end now with speed through the neutral zone. Into the Flint end, Dipsy-Doo lost the handle, and here comes Hinkson. Hinkson has Steiger and Berger with him. Puck got up on edge and he lost it. Gets it over to Berger anyway. Quick shot, save made. Now here's a chance for Donahue. Has it knocked off his stick. Donahue once again, left wing side being pressured into the corner. Circling the wagons, he's looking for some space, moves it up for Carpenter. Sutter steps at the blue line, dumped into the corner. Berger lets it go for Hinkson. Takes a hit, Berger still with it. Looking for help, he's taken down to the ice. Cleary able to exit, 2-on-2. Shepard with it, right wing side. From the circle, stick handles to the middle, off of Carpenter's skate, and into the back of the net. Obviously some incidental contact there by Carpenter as that puck was left loose as they tried to push it through the slot. Hits off of Carpenter's skate and inadvertently puts it into the back of the net, making it 3-0 Cleary. Icing the call. Flint's going to get an opportunity here in the Cleary end. They'll go with Potter on the faceoff. Won by and controlled by Cleary. Palacio needing to hold momentarily before he let it loose. So he waited for his teammates to get back on side. Nonetheless, Cleary with it. Here they come, right wing side. Palacio is able to send it back in. The Cleary goaltender will come out and play it. Get some contact with Gavin Rose. And he'll go to the box for two. Roughing the call. And Flint will be on the PK. First power play opportunity of the night going to the Cougars. One back by Cleary, a little too far, brought it out of the zone. They'll need to regroup. Madden with it now for Cleary. Back to Madden, right wing side. Walks and sends it into the corner. Tried to go through the slot quickly. Shot wasn't there. They'll try again. Backdoor, score. Power play goal by Cleary, making it 4-0 with 4:10 to go here in the period. quick puck movement there by Cleary, creating a simple tap-in opportunity on the back door. And Cleary now 1 for 1 on the power play this evening. It's one back initially by Flint, but then turned over quickly to Cleary. They'll force it into the corner, still putting the pressure on. Berger trying to clear, turned over at the blue line. Quick shot, hits a stick in front and goes up and over the protective glass. Loose puck going for Cleary. Hit a skate in front. Now here comes Flint. Berger with it. He's got Donahue and Hinkson with him. He'll gain the red line. He'll send it on in. Gardner. Quick shot, quick save. One of only a few shots here tonight in this first period by the Wolverines. Just need to get their feet back under them here. The strong first 5 minutes or so for the Flint Wolverines have turned a little chaotic in the next 15. Good stick there by Juan Baxa. Tamaj moving it. Krawchuk with it. Pushing it back to their captain. Across the blue line, he'll stud it. Hits a skate, loose puck, still in favor of Cleary, trying to move it back into the slot, turned over. Flint able to clear. Ingles with it now, he'll move it rink wide. Now Shepard, touching it ahead for Tamaj. Palacio leaving it for McCaw, he tripped in the process. Some good stick work here through the neutral zone. Gains the blue line, takes a quick shot, goes up and over the glass. One back by Cleary. Sent into the corner. Carpenter's there to pick it up for Flint. Able to clear the zone. Gavin Rose and Chase. Moving now for Temple. Here's a chance. Backhand save made. Gavin Rose with a chance off the post. Gains his own rebound, trying to put it back into the slot. Temple picking up a loose puck and curling. Now here's a chance for Meisner. Lets one rip. Hits a body in front and bounces up and over the glass. And we'll get a stoppage. Good pressure there by Flint. .202 to go in the period. Off the shin pads of Donahue, but unable to get it out of the zone. Cleary still in control. Centering feed for Edmonds. Tabor Hatch down for just a moment. I don't know if he caught an edge or something there. A little hesitation in his return to his feet. Face off to his left, Wisniewski on to take it. One back by Flint, Drum with it. Sends it off the near side wall, kept in at the blue line. Centering feed. Good stick by Palacio. Does it get out? Yes, it does. Cleary going right back to work across the blue line. This one goes offside. One back by Cleary. They'll gain the red line. They'll send it on in. Drum is first back for Flint. Tried to push it off the wall for Palacio, who pushes it along for Young. Young still in hot pursuit. Pushed on into the zone. Wisniewski delivering a hit. Now here's Spencer giving another. As the Cougars go to work on the near side, it's Palacio with it. Curling still with it, up to Spencer. Now for Wisniewski. Trying to push it ahead, knocked off the puck. Ingles will move it for Cleary. Now he'll take it back. Here's a chance for Temple. He's got the whole left wing side. He's also by himself. Gains the red line. He'll just put it on net. No whistle. I think a couple of folks thought there was one. As time expires. And we'll head to the locker room with Cleary taking a 4-0 lead after the first period. Flint not playing bad hockey. Couple of bad bounces, a penalty, and some fast puck movement by Cleary puts them ahead 4-0 after one. We're going to take a break and we'll be back with you for the second period. You're watching UM-Flint Hockey on the Blue Chip Sports Network. Sorry about that, folks. We're back at it. Long line at the concession stand prevented Mr. Durden from turning the cameras on. Cleary with the puck across the blue line. Quick shot save made by Tabor Hatch. Chipped up and off the glass by Temple, and here come the Wolverines. Rose pausing. Quick shot redirected over the top of the net. First stoppage. That is not a Cleary goal. Check that, it is a Cleary goal. Meisner will send it on into the far corner. Delayed offsides. Flint going for a quick regroup, or touch-up, excuse me. Cleary with it behind their net playing catch. Wesley Young. First man pressure. Intercepted by Spencer. He has it now, carrying it back into the corner. Met there and knocked to the ice. And here comes Kirchhoff. Into the corner. Top of the circle. Quick shot save made. Kicked aside by Tabor. The in-arena announcer confirming the fifth goal scored by Cleary to start the second. Sims with it, has it knocked off his sticks by Young. Sims with it again, lifts it up into the corner, 5-0 the score, under 17:30 to go here in the second. Here's a chance now for Wesley Young and Wisniewski. Left behind the back of the net. Bottom of the circle, tried to lift it over that near side shoulder. Tabor Hatch closes the door. Woolcott sends it in and on net. Placiel picking up the rebound for Flint. Up to Wesley Young. Takes a look, pushes it up for Spencer. Backhanded, glove down, but it'll trickle behind the back of the net. Tried to go backdoor for Temple, just out of reach. Gavin Rose, quick shot, save made. Here's a chance in front again. Temple, misfire, unable to get some wood on it. Here comes Temple once more. Good body positioning by the Cleary defenseman, preventing Temple from gaining control. Squeezed off the puck. Turned over to Cleary. Carried into the corner. Looking for an outlet. Centering feed. Here's a chance. Shot save made by Tabor. He'll hang on. Face off, one back by Cleary. They'll be in control. Kept in at the blue line, sent on into the corner. Carpenter will pick it up. He'll hold, rims it around for Donahue, and he'll exit out of the zone. Hinkson trying to be first man on it. Hook there behind the back of the Cleary net and taken down to the ice. Turned over. Cleary looking to exit. Here they come, right wing side, 2-on-2 with Carpenter. Centering feed, knocked aside by Garner, up to Donahue. Bumped off the puck, turned over now. Cleary with it again. Centering feed off a skate, still loose. Tabor Hatch making a diving play, and he'll hang on to it. And some funny stuff after the whistle. Sort this one out, see if we've got any penalties to be served. Nobody in the box for either team. Face-off coming up to the right of Tabor Hatch. Wisniewski take the face-off for Flint. Tamajan for Cleary. 50-50 puck cleared out by Flint, then kept in by Cleary. Quick shot over the top of the net. Spencer needing to regroup. He'll circle the wagons himself. Gains the red line, tries to send it on in, turned over. Big hit put on by Spencer. And he'll immediately go for a change, tied up behind the back of the net. Sims with it now for Cleary, trying to go rink wide, hits a stick. He'll need to retreat momentarily. Now Tamaj has it taken off his stick by Gavin Rose. Some good physical play here by Flint here to start the second. Here's Potter running into the linesman and bumped off the puck there in the process. Meisner being harassed from behind. Loses the puck to Maj with it. Knocked off his stick. Here's Meisner again. Now for Potter. Tried to stutter step. Left it for Temple. Chipped up and out. But back into the hands of the Cleary defenseman. Wolcott with it. Off his stick. Temple trying to get it. Over for Potter. Trying to center it. Turned over instead. And here comes Kirchhoff. They're 2-on-2. Quick. Wow, what a diving play. Great shot. Even better save. Tip of the cap there for an unbelievable effort. Would have made for a highlight reel goal there, Durden. Behind the back of the net, it's Carpenter. Looking for an outlet, turned over at the blue line. Now Hinkson with it. Trying to go rink wide for Donahue, turned over. Loose puck in the neutral zone goes in favor of Hinkson. Hinkson once again trying to center it. Stick to side. Loose puck coming up to the blue line, kept in by Carpenter. Two-on-one chance now for Cleary. Quick shot right into the lunch muscle of Tay Tabor. Face-off coming up to the right of Tabor Hatch. Wisniewski will take it for Flint. Off the wall and out, McCaughey couldn't handle it. Sent back in. Gardner going back to pick it up. Unable to get enough lumber on it to clear the zone. Kept in at the blue line momentarily. Offside. And some extra stuff from Mr. Spencer. Thrown in and on net, glove down. Durden giving me the heads up that he's going to be leaving me momentarily with 11:26 here to go in the second period, as he needs to collect pucks for Chuck-a-Puck between periods. So if the clock looks off as we enter the last part of the period here, you can blame Mr. Durden. Cleary in control behind the back of the net. Turned over to Meisner, hits it off the glass, not quite out. Potter able to backhand it out. Wristed and gloved down by Tabor. Here's a chance now. Quick shot, stick to side by Hatch. Blow keeping it in momentarily. Potter picking up a loose puck, pushing it over for Rose. 2-on-3 for Flint. Thrown towards the net and sticked over the glass. This will be a face-off coming up inside the Cougar zone. Berger taking it for Flint. One back by Cleary. Reversing flow, trying to go back up the far side. Met there by Lance Spencer. He'll keep it deep for Flint. Takes a flying elbow in the process, but no call. Cleary still with it, trying to go up and over. They'll clear the zone. Drum is there, turned over. Tabor Hatch coming up to play it. Sends it ahead for Placio. Here's a chance now for Flint. Left wing side backhanded wide of the cage. Rebound goes all the way up to the blue line. Wesley Young hits a skate. And Cleary is able to clear. Here they come again. Breakaway from the blue line in, and they score. Breakaway from the top of the circle in. Leads to the 6th goal for the Cougars. One back by Flint's Carpenter with it now. McGabrick centering feed, quick shot kicked aside by Hatch. Rebound goes to the Cougars. They're in control behind the goal line. Trying to center it again. Ricochets up high. It's Hinkson with it now. He carries out through the neutral zone. Takes a quick shot, and that'll be gloved down. Another kick save made there by Tabor Hatch. Rebound back up to the top of the circle. Cleary still in control, backhanded. Lots of motion in front and some upset Wolverines. Didn't like the extra shot taken at Tabor Hatch. Penalties for both teams here. As Wisniewski is in the box for Flint. Skating 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. One back by Flint. Meisner trying to get fancy. Turned over to Cleary. Herauf, I think is how I say that, with it. Turned over. Now it's Temple. Trying to center it for Rose. Gets it there. Unable to get enough wood on it to get a good shot on net. Palacio picking it up. Backhands it for Rose. Rink wide. He's got Temple. Hits a stick. Unable to get it there. Walcott with it for Cleary. Across the blue line. Stutter step centering feed. Good stick by Meisner. Pressured by Palacio. Cleary still with it behind the goal line. Centering feed. Unable to connect. That puck will bounce all the way out. Regrouping in their own end. Up to Lindell. Across center ice. Temple giving some pressure from the backside. Work down behind the net. It's Palacio trying to reverse it up for Meisner. He has the entire right wing side, but lost the foot race at the blue line. Temple punching it back for Potter. Over for Palacio. Now up to Meisner. Gets the red line. He'll just redirect it on in. Carrying left wing side. Pressured into the corner. Back up to the blue line. He'll hold. Now to the center for Madden. Walking, wristing it way over top of Tabor Hatch. Rebound back all the way to the blue line. Cleary still in control. Puck bounces out. They'll need to regroup. There's Madden with it now for Cleary. Turning for Solomon. Met there by Potter, but still in control. Sims with it for Cleary. Across the blue line, sent towards the net. Tabor having to stick it into the corner. Now Donahue with it. Both teams back to full strength. Over for Carpenter. Taking a look, trying to get it back for Donahue out of his reach. Bounces all the way to Sims. Leaving it for Shepard. Over for Tamaj. Centering feed, intercepted by Wisniewski. Over for Walcott at the blue line. Chipped back into the corner. Tamaj picking it up once again. Working alongside Carpenter. Carpenter pushed into the wall. Now Wisniewski in to help. Carpenter trying to send it up for Hinkson. Met there by Sims. Or excuse me, Blow. Blow with a quick hatch, or excuse me, slash. Hinkson trying to pick the pocket. When Hinkson gets free, he's got a lot of speed. Unable to get free there. He'll push it on in. Puck bouncing all the way down. This will go for an ice. Face off won by Cleary, but Baxa stepped right in to intercept it. Got a quick shot wide of the mark, though. Down into the corner. Picked up by Cleary. They'll carry right wing side. Tried to center it, hit a skate. Now it's Shepard with it. Now Blow. Rink wide for his partner. Shepard with it once again across the blue line. Quick flipped it. Save made by Tabor Hatch. With 5:20 to go. Forgive me, Mr. Durden has left, so I'm going to do my best to do play-by-play, clock, and the camera for you. One-man band. Wouldn't have it any other way. Face-off won by Cleary. Good stick there by Hinkson to get it out of the zone. Donahue able to push it up for Hinkson. Pausing at the bottom of the circle, lost the handle, unable to get the shot away. And there's one now, and they'll hang on. There's Palacio with it, carrying into the corner, centering feed up high. Here's a breakaway from the red line in for Cleary. 1-2 stutter step. Tabor Hatch laying out, getting wood on it to push that puck over top of the cage. Three-on-two chance now again for Cleary. Leaving it for Gabrick down into the corner. Centering feed, hits a stick in front. And away goes Flint. Delayed offside as Flint regroups. Now Rose. He's got Potter and Temple with him carrying into the corner. Tried to center it for Potter. Unable to connect. Cleary controls off the face-off there. They have it behind the net. Experts with that stretch pass, not that time though. Sent into the corner, it's Carpenter with it, trying to push it up for Rose. Met there by pressure, he'll change directions. Trying to curl back up the ice. Met there by some Cougars, they keep it deep. Carpenter with it now. Try to stretch pass of their own for Temple. Unable to connect. Here's a chance now for Flint, 3-on-2 if they can be quick about it. Scratch that. Cleary with a good back check makes it a 4-on-2 their favor. Potter into the corner with it. Knocked aside into the neutral zone. Carpenter with it again. Quick shot, quick save. Another waiting Cougar looking for the trailer. Cuts to the middle. Right wing circle now. Lets it go off the crossbar. Sims holding it in momentarily for Cleary. Now he'll walk. Pushing into the corner. His partner was going for a change. Wisniewski rimming it. Trying to get it for Temple. Goes back up for Sims at the blue line instead. Carrying down top of the circle. Now centers. Right wing circle. One time off the outside of the net. Rebound over for Gardner. Trying to chip it up for Temple. Gets it there, gets it out, but intercepted there. Madden with it now, turning for Cleary. Across the blue line, leaves it for Salmon. Trying to go rink wide. Back over to him. Centering feed, misfire wide of the net. Carrying now behind the back of the net is Cleary. Cycling with Sims, they'll change places, he'll still carry. Holds, chips it into the corner. Carpenter's there to meet him. Quick shot in front, and a goal. Seven nothing the score. 2 minutes to go here in the period. Here's Steiger. Quick shot, quick glove. Bailey sending it on in for Cleary. Wesley Young will pick it up for Flint now for Meisner. Trying to get it over to Steiger, out of his reach, turned over. McCaughey trying to keep it in, turned over again. Cleary still with it. Kings of the stretch pass again, off target this time. Tamaj with some great moves there. Unable to get the shot on net, he'll put it wide. Cleary still in control. Centering feed. And a collision in front. Cleary still with it. Regrouping in their own end is Cleary. As that clock winds down, under 30 seconds to go. Another opportunity here. Cleary didn't see their man sitting on the far blue line. Backhanded save made by Hatch. Rebound all the way out to the point. Hatch had to make another save. As time expires, we'll head to the locker room. 7-0 the score. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with you for the third and final period here from Crystal Fieldhouse. You're watching UM-Flint hockey on the Blue Chip Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third period getting set to go here. 7-0 the score, quite the hole for these Flint Wolverines to dig out. Awaiting the arrival of our Flint Wolverines to the ice surface. Tabor Hatch still between the pipes for your Flint Wolverines. The competitive edge in them. Flint taking their time to get to the face-off circle here. Flint starting the third period with Hinkson, Wisniewski, and Spencer up front. Carpenter and Garner on the blue lines. Cleary controlling the draw. And they'll regroup in their own end. Trying to push it up that bench side, regrouping. Kept in, momentarily turned over, to Wisniewski. Carpenter with it now, off the near side wall, looking for Spencer. So it goes the length of the ice, and for a quick icing. Bringing the face-off all the way back down by Tabor Hatch to his right. Carpenter trying to push it off the wall for Spencer. Miscalculated the math, turned it over to Cleary. Quick shot, quick goal, makes it 8-0. Over the blocker side shoulder of Tabor. Temple trying to move it up for Rose, hit a stick. Tamaj pushing it ahead. Quick shot, sticked aside by Hatch. Temple chipping the rebound out. Cleary still in control, trying to go rink wide. Here's a chance now for Tamaj, blue line in, top of the circle. Sutter step, kicked aside, gets his own rebound, circling. Good stick there by Hatch, keeping that puck in the corner. Here's a chance now for Rose if he can be first on it from the dot. Quick shot and a save. Tamaj with it, backhands it, intercepted by Berger. 1-on-2, he'll hit it into the corner, picked up by Ingles. Tried to rim it, pressure by Berger, he'll need to reverse flow. Tamaj with it. Lost the handle momentarily, now he'll clear into the skates of Meisner, pushed up to Donahue. Trying to chip it ahead is Berger. Picked up by Ingles. Rimming it behind his own net. It'll clear and go the length of the ice. And an icing. Berger to take it for Flint. Controlled by Cleary, and they'll clear the zone. One-on-one with Carpenter. Quick shot, blocker to side, and a collision. Carpenter into Tabor Hatch, and Tabor is down. That is a hard collision. Immediately takes his helmet off following the collision. Coach Joe Scapano coming onto the ice for the Flint Wolverines, along with a trainer. A little friendly fire as Carpenter backed right on into him. I have to go back to the replay, see if there was any contact there forcing Carpenter to make that collision or to run into Tabor. Checking Tabor out still, the athletic training team. Getting Tabor up to his feet. Looks like he'll leave this game. Not putting any weight there on his left foot. Coming into the game is number 29, Max Panaccio, taking over the goaltending duties for Tabor, who's actually had a heck of a game despite the score. Tabor Hatch has put on quite the performance for these Flint Wolverines tonight, who easily could see a double-digit deficit if not for his actions between the pipes. Max Panaccio getting just a moment to stretch and get loose. 17:38 to go here in the period. Getting back to the action here. Palacio and Gardner on the blue line. Berger, Hinkson, and Donahue up front. Won by Flint. It's Hinkson with it. He's got Donahue with him across the blue line. Quick shot wide of the cage. Rebound ricochets in favor of Cleary. Here they come 2-on-2. Here's a chance. Miller with it now. Off a stick, unable to control it. Pushed into the corner. Trying to center it. Unable to connect. Loose puck will bounce out to the blue line. Miller lets it go. Another Cougar picks it up in the corner. Back to Miller off the back of the cage. In a centering feed, this one goes all the way down. Back to the Cleary goaltender. Gavin Rose picking up a loose puck. He's got Temple, but he'll carry instead. Loose puck going to Potter, backhanded over to Temple. Trying to get back to Rose. Now Drum from the blue line, wristed and held on to. Lindell with it. Pushing up the near side wall. Kept in by Drum. Kept in at the blue line. Trickled on into the corner, looking to center it. Misfire. No shot on Max Panaccio just yet. There's one. Max will hang on to it. With 15-50. Ingles with it for Cleary. D to D. And D to D once more. Off the near side wall for Madden. He'll chip it on in. Palacio giving chase for Flint. Now it's Steiger. Lost it in his feet momentarily. Puck comes free. It's Meisner with it. He's got a couple of options. Tried to go to Spencer. They sniffed that out. And here comes Edmonds. Dipsy-do. Second shot on Max Panaccio's in the back of the net. Good save by Panaccio. Rebound still in favor of Cleary. Backhanded to the slot. Turned over. Here comes McCaughey. It's got Donahue streaking, along with Baxa trailing. Donahue trying to center it. The pack of Cougars comes the other way. Donahue all alone. Hits it off a skate, and it'll bounce over the glass. We'll get a quick stoppage. Backhanded off the post and up and over the net. One back by Flint. Drum with it. Up to Gavin Rose. Held in at the blue line. Gavin Rose with a bit of a can opener. And he'll head to the penalty box. Cleary 1 for 1 tonight on the power play. Shepard with it now at the point for Cleary. Working along that right side wall. Back up to Shepard, walks the blue line, turns it right back. Kirchhoff with it, pushing it into the right wing corner. Kirchhoff again, top of the circle, now walking the line. Upcoming penalty, another one to Flint. High sticking the call. And it looks like Drum's headed to the box now. So make that a 5-on-3. For the next 137. Some additional conversation. I think Drum got an extra misconduct on that as Steiger comes over the wall to serve that. Still 5-on-3 for 137. And Flint able to clear. Tamaj with it. Wisniewski loses his stick. Now it's 5-on-2 for a moment. Quick shot over the top of the cage. Tamaj with it again, pushed into the corner. Spencer's there trying to chip it free. He'll get it out. Quick shot off the outside of the net. Rebound still in favor of Cleary. Shepard with it. Back and forth they go between the circles. Now off to the bumper. Chance for Shepard. Now down in the corner into the slot. Quick shot save made. Loose puck. Penalties upcoming. Must be another one to Flint. Quick shot. Save made by Panacio. 6-on-3 for the moment. Shepard with it. Delayed penalty coming up. The Flint shot score. Power play goal for Cleary. And Lance Spencer getting a penalty for slapping the puck away after that puck was in the back of the net. Lance Spencer getting the gate here with 11:57. Nick Karsten's getting the gate here for the Flint Wolverines. As they sort this out, this should remain a 5-on-3. We'll wait to confirm. 40 seconds remaining in the initial penalty that remained on the board to Drum. With an added penalty to Lance Spencer, unless they just gave him the misconduct and the gate. Let's see what they put up here. Still just the one penalty up on the board for now. All right, no additional penalty. They must have just given him the misconduct. Yeah, but a 5-on-4 remains for Cleary. Sent down the length of the ice, picked up by Cleary there, looking to regroup. Well, Carey, left wing side in front of their own bench. Through the neutral zone, into Flint territory. Into the corner, they'll rim it. Donahue was there looking to clear, kept in by Madden. Five-on-5, quick shot save made by Panacio. Penalty upcoming. This one going to Cleary. And for the first time tonight, Flint's going to get a power play. Flint coming out with Potter, Rose, and Temple on the front. Carpenter and Palacio on the blue lines. Soft pass up to the blue line. Almost got intercepted. And off to the races, the Cougars would have went. Luckily, it got redirected up into the Cougars bench, and we'll do that face-off again. Face-off won and controlled by UM-Flint. Rose with it. Holding on that right wing side at the hash mark, over for Carpenter. Carrying behind the back of the net. Trying to push it up for Temple. Not enough mustard on it. Cleary exits. 2-on-1. Make that 2-on-2. Across the blue line. Backhands. Stutter steps. Pauses. Palacio pushing it ahead for Temple. And he's got Potter with it. Splits the D, but ends up into the corner. Has to find something else to do with it. Now it's Rose. Fighting off a check as he'll continue. Up and out of the zone. Flint needs to start again. Rose with it again. Across the blue line. Sent on net. He'll take a big hit in the process. Off the wall for Berger. He'll just chip it on in. Turned over to Cleary. Off the glass and out. But picked up by Hinkson. Gets it to McCaughey. Now McCaughey behind his own net. Comes up the right wing side. It's Hinkson. Cuts to the middle. Has it knocked off his stick. It's Miller. Looking to move it out. Kept in by Meisner. Sent down for Hinkson. Backhanded to the slot. Nobody home. As Cleary is back to full strength. Under 9 minutes to go here in the game. Here's another chance for Cleary. A hustle play. Meisner just able to get enough stick on it to kill that play. Looks like the net came off. 8:41. Steiger with it, trying to go rink wide. Nobody home, turned over. Cleary will just slap it. Gardner will pick up the loose puck, trying to push it up for Steiger. Hit a couple of gloves in the middle there. Loose puck comes in favor of UM-Flint. Palacio with it. Back to Steiger once again. Bouncing puck, he'll settle it down as he carries. Shepard with a good stick from behind. Forcing Flint to dump. Battle behind the back of the Cougar cage. Comes up in favor of Cleary as they look to find an exit. Here they come. Shepard through the neutral zone. Cuts to the right wing side. Met there by Palacio. Forced into the corner. It's Potter sending it up over. Top glove down momentarily by Temple. Picked up by Cleary. Madden hasn't knocked off his stick as Palacio picks it up. Near side wall, he'll leave it for Temple. Rink wide for Berger. Up for Baxa. Couldn't control that one. Cleary. Coming back the other way, it's Madden. Centering feed, good stick by Carpenter. Loose puck goes to Temple, off the glass and out. It's Berger. Thunder 7 to go. Goodard flips it up and into the corner. Meisner hoping to be first on it. He's not. Cleary picking it up, circling the wagons in the corner. Quick chance in front. Wraparound try. Knocked aside by Panaccio. Temple taking one off the chest. Tried to push it ahead, turned over. Salomon with it now, right wing side, top of the circle. He pauses, tries to go rink wide, hits Gavin Rose. Now it's Hinkson with the takeaway. He's got Rose trailing. Hinkson hits the brakes, tries to get it to him, turned over. Here comes Cleary the other direction. Madden once again. Dipsy-do into the corner, centering, has it knocked off his stick by Palacio. Loose puck bounces all the way back for Gardner, pushing it ahead for Hinkson. Touch pass by Berger over to Rose, trying to get it back to Berger, unable to connect. Centering feed for Rose, puts it off the outside of the net. 5:20 to go in the period. Lindell with it. Touch speed to the slot, quick shot off the mark. Where Palacio will backhand it out. McCauley backhands it for Donahue. Couldn't handle it. Back to Cleary. Miller right in front of me. He'll send it in deep. Carpenter there to pick it up for Flint. A bouncing puck. He's able to hammer it out. Kirchhoff chipping it into the corner. Loose puck picked up by Garner. Up and over again, trying to go to Donahue. Centering feed. McCauley puts it wide left. Here's another chance for Cleary. Centering feed for nobody. Worked in favor of Flint. Donahue picking up a loose puck. Backhanded it for Carpenter. Under 4 to go here in the period. Cleary still coming hard. Still in control. They'll move it up to the point. Wristed back in. Gathered by Palacio. He'll chip it out. Now it's Meisner looking for Steiger. Gains the red line. He'll send it in deep. Tamaj with it. Carrying through the neutral zone. He's one-on-one with Carpenter. Cuts towards the middle. Shoots it wide right. Loose puck in front. Took an odd hop off the glass. Panaccio had to make a quick save. It ended up hitting him in the back of the leg, dropping right underneath his left foot. Just about 2:50 to go. Face-off controlled by Cleary. They have it on the right wing side. Cutting towards the middle. Loose puck. And some extra stuff as they came after Panacio, a little tight there. And the Flint defenseman taking exception, understandably so. Let's see if we're going to get any penalties out of this. About 2:40 to go here in the third. Face-off coming up in the neutral zone right in front of the Flint bench. Quick shot and a save made. Race for the puck, picked up by Flint. Placio with it, off the wall for Rose. Touch pass for Berger, intercepted in the process. Loose puck picked up by Carpenter behind the Flint net, and he'll send it as we approach the 1 minute mark here in the third. Kirchhoff with it for Goodard. Across the blue line, shot save made. Centering feed. Quick shot wide. As we approach the final 30 seconds here. These two teams will be back in action tomorrow night from Cleary. As Flint will look to get right back up on the horse. Backs are trying to clear. Glove down by Miller. Quick shot by Kirchhoff off the mark. Panacio loses his stick in the process. Carpenter hands it back to him as we approach the final few seconds. This game will come to an end. Final score, Cleary 10 and your Michigan Flint Wolverines 0. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Again, these two teams back in action. Tomorrow, Flint will look to even the score. Until then, you've been watching UM-Flint hockey on the Blue Chip Sports Network. Have a good night.